says that Israel is my son. Therefore, Israel was not going to go out in the same shape that he was. For him to go out as a son, there cannot be two sons in one land. That is why the firstborn sons of Egypt, they had to die, so that he will go out as a son. So this is the agenda of God. When he made a covenant with Abraham, he knew that from Abraham, after 42 generations, Jesus Christ must appear. Now, for Jesus Christ to appear from the lineage of Abraham, what must happen? There must be successful fathers. I want you to understand me very well. The devil knows that there is a seed. The seed that must travel for decades. The seed that must travel for centuries. The seed that must travel for a millennium. All the way from Abraham. Therefore, he must chase that seed. He must trace the seed. Wherever the seed is going, he must try and destroy the seed. Now, he must have an agreement with Abraham, because Abraham must become a successful father. Do we agree?
Yeah.
He must become a successful father, and he must keep the seed. And the next generation must keep the seed. The other generation must keep the seed. And from Abraham until to Joseph and Mary, the devil is doing what? Is watching the seed. Now, that seed is the seed that must produce a holy nation, because in that seed Christ is going to appear. So the devil must look and chase the seed, because he heard that the seed of the woman is coming. Therefore, there is a plan that God must do. He must safeguard the seed. He must put a fence around the seed. Therefore, for him to put a fence around the seed, I want you to hear me in a very clear manner. He needs to make sure that he makes a covenant with the place where the seed goes out. I want you to hear me with your biological ears and your spiritual ears. The place where the seed must go out, he must make a covenant with that place. That means where the seed must go out, that place must be cut, which is called circumcision. Now, as I'm standing here, the place where the seed is going out is my mouth. And therefore, my mouth must be circumcised. It is the duty of the father to circumcise the son, because I must protect the seed that goes out of my mouth. That seed is holy. The other thing that must be circumcised is where the seed is going to enter. Where is the seed entering? In the ear. Therefore, my ear must be circumcised, because the seed is going out of the mouth of that Magomo. And as the seed is going out, it must go into my ear. And therefore it must come out of a circumcised mouth into a circumcised ear, so that the seed must be protected. Therefore, if you want to have sons that are going to take and carry the seed, they need to be circumcised. This seed had to be protected, therefore everyone had to be circumcised until the seed arrives in Jesus Christ. The prophet's job was to make sure that the seed is protected. And the only way to protect the seed is to make sure that the relationship between the father and the son remains intact. Because if the father will fight with the son is not going to obey the rules of the house. Therefore, the son will go out somewhere and plant seed somewhere. And the father's duty is to watch the seed from him in the son, and the seed from the son to the next son. This is how we need to safeguard the word. The word that comes out of the mouth of the Father is a pure word that comes from a circumcised mouth. Therefore, that mouth cannot say just but anything. Because out of your mouth, you are taking out a holy thing. And it must come to the ear, which is not an ear at the line. It must be an ear that is honoring. Honor your father and your mother. As you honor, in that honor, you begin to receive mysteries. Because if you come with an ear, a democratic ear, you are not going to receive the seed. If you come with an ear that has got all the philosophies that you have picked outside from other nations, you are not going to hear to receive the seed. Therefore, you need to have the mark of the family, which is circumcision, for that seed to be there. And one thing that I spoke about the kingdom economy. You still remember? Yes. I spoke about the kingdom economy. That in the kingdom economy, there are rules of the economy of the kingdom. And I said to you that from the age of 12 to the age of 13, that is where the process of this economy begins. And in this, you will forgive me, I have to revise these things because other people were not there. From the age of 12 to the age of 30, the father is appointing the son that from today my son is about my business. And therefore, he goes to a school. And this school, when he qualifies, he becomes the son of man. The qualification is called the Son of Man. Jesus Christ spoke to those who were attacking him while he is healing on the Sabbath. And these were the scribes who were educated. He defended his case by explaining to them the processes of Son of Man. But there is one thing that you must realize from the age of 12 to the age of 30 that is being done in this Son. The main product that must be produced during that 18 years of training is a simple product which is found maybe in John 10 verse 30. This is the product that must be found there. The product that must be found after 18 years of training, there is a certain product that they have to make sure that it is found. Because in that way, the devil cannot steal the seed from the son. And this product is found there. It says, I and my father are one. For 18 years, it is a process of making the father and the son to be inseparable. That means that when the father dies, nobody can say the father is dead because the father continues to live through the son. And he knew that if in these 18 years oneness is formed, the son is going to continue where the father has left. The product that you are producing, that Macom, in this house, you are producing oneness. You are not producing unity. There is a problem with unity. Unity is two people who decide to unite, but they are not one, they are united. They remain two different people. That is unity. But oneness is a mystery of heaven, which even the devil cannot explain. Oneness is that which has defeated the devil on the cross. Oneness is that in oneness there is no consultation. In unity there is consultation. In oneness I think something and somebody says it. In oneness utatmakoma uyacinga umama aithethe. That is oneness. You don't struggle to go and convince umama. Because in unity you have to do consultation. and try to convince somebody. But in oneness, which is produced after an 18-year course from the age of 12 to the age of 30, they are inseparable. Now, when you have produced this kind of sons, there is nothing that can break the walls in East London. There is nothing that can break them. Because you know that you have not even duplicated yourself, but you have produced a miracle. Relationship is the greatest miracle. Relationship is the only miracle that the devil cannot repeat. If you prophesy, the devil can prophesy. If you walk on water, the devil can walk on water. If you speak in tongues, the devil can speak in tongues. There are people who have been designed to come to church, and even, the devil can make them to fall even before you pray for them, so that the demon cannot go out of that person. The devil is able to duplicate everything that you can do in church. But there is one thing that he is incapable of duplicating, and that is love.